Blessed awakening, blessed awakening, blessed awakening. What's up, guys? How y'all doing this morning? Hey, it's coming in early. Earlier than you think. Wanna know how you know? Wanna know how I know? Y'all see them trees? Guys, I don't know what's been going on with Facebook lately, but it just, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I have no idea what's been going on with Facebook lately. But my server's been in and out. Jumping on and off. Bad stuff. But check this out, though. So, like I said, nature tells you what's going to happen, right? And again, I just pay attention to things, guys. But let me give y'all an update because I ain't been on here. Well, I have, but I haven't because things been going on with Facebook. So, update. We're going to try to get these in for the weather. Switches all the way up, right? Look at that. Look at that, y'all. They still coming. They're still coming. We're going to get them in. We're going to get them in. So far, we only got 2 of these things this season. And, that's mainly, look, uh-oh, just be hiding. Yeah, but that's mainly due to the weather, guys. Due to the weather. Again, like I said, nature tells you what's going on, right? If you pay attention, look, the trees tell you it's gonna be an early fall. Look at that. Nature tells you, right? Yeah, just got to pay attention. But check this out. So, the pumpkin is doing really well. Really, really well. Look. It's growing so fast I can't keep up. Oh. Pineapples are doing just fine. We did have some stuff come up, right? It did rain last night. I didn't think it rained. It rained last night. Let me say this, guys. A lot of people are fighting depression, right? And depression comes from something that is suppressed, correct? Right? But let me tell you something that defeats depression, no matter what you got going on. And that's choosing you. Choosing the choice to get up, the choice to want better, the choice to do better. I'm not talking about excuses as to why you can't do something or excuses to why something can't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because when you really want something, you get up and you make it happen. Right? A lot of people are battling a lot of things, but a lot of people are also getting up every day and choosing themselves and choosing others and choosing not to be depressed. Because we all go through depression. We all go through something. But we wake up every day and we choose ourselves. What up, bud? We choose ourselves. The choice is yours. It's nobody else's choice but yours. Right? Look, guys. My sunflower. And some beautiful roots. Strong, healthy. Yeah. Look how big the stem is on this sunflower. It's tall. It's getting tall real quick. Right? And this one only growing real slower because I have it in a smaller pot than this one. It don't have as much room. Right? Avocado. Remember I told you I added some copper. Alright. Look. Oregano, dill. We lost one of the lemon seeds. But one thing about these lemons, they are resilient. So I ain't really too much worried about it. But yes, back to it. We wake up every day. And if God gave you the gift of being able to see another day, make the most of it. All right? Make the most of it. Because you can't get back the past. Right? Don't squander it. Life is so beautiful. All you have to do is open your eyes. Open your eyes. Right? It's beautiful. And you will see that there's so much more to life. We put all our energy into others. And then be mad because we do it. But, why? Why do we do that? Anybody know? No? For some, it makes them feel good that they can do for others. Some, they just do it just so they can say, hey, I did this. Right? But we are all here to serve His kingdom. The kingdom. However you want to say it, whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in. At the end of the day, we all serve the same purpose. And that is to serve. But He also said, take care of yourself first. So every day you wake up, choose you. For some, that means, you need to be selfish for the moment. That doesn't mean always. That just means right now, hey, you need to love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself first, then how can you put love out into the world? Right? Relationships, anything. You got kids, anything. Even as parents, you have to love yourself first. You have to choose it. You have to want it. Choose you. Choose to want more. Choose to do more. Because again, nobody's coming to save you. You got to put in the work. Look at my runners, y'all. They ready. What y'all think? Y'all think it's ready to be planted? It's another strawberry plant. For the free. For the free. All you do is let it grow. Look at that. What you think? And there's another one coming up. What's up, bud? That's got a little attitude problem. Yeah. Nobody's coming to save you. Treat you like you would treat that job. Right? And when I say what I mean when I say that is when you get up, you make that's new. That's new. Whoa. Okay. Alright, God, thank you. I receive it. Yes, sir. Those fall weeks and medication are coming up. Alright. But yeah, what I mean by that is you wake up early. Some you make sure you're on time, some you get there when you want to, whatever. But for those who respect time and respect the hustle, you get up, you get to that job, you do your job, you clock out. Only difference is when you choose you don't have to clock out. And honestly, you don't have to clock in. The only thing you have to do is surrender. That's the only thing you have to do. Because again, we all go through something. Even me, honestly. I've been through depression. There's still times where I have depression. But through it all, I wake up and I choose me. I choose to love myself first. I choose it. Because the choice is mine. Right? And I know the only way that my depression would get better is if I surrender and I give it to God. Because the battle is not yours. It's not ours. It is not ours. It serves a purpose. But again, depression is suppression. So figure it out. What are you suppressing? What don't you want to deal with? Excuse me. I'm going to tell you right now. What's done in the dark comes to the light. What you try to hide, what you try to run away from, what you feeling. I mean, if you want to stay stuck, keep suppressing it. But if you want to move forward and keep going in life and find and serve your purpose, then I suggest you deal with it. Choose to deal with it. Because let's be honest, life is about choices, right? Choose it. Choose to want to do better. Choose to be better. It's just like your habits, right? Whether it's a good habit or a bad habit. Habit is a habit, no matter how you dress it up. If you do something or want something, you go get it. You make it happen. So why can't you make it happen just to get up out of bed? Right? My mama once told me that people do what they really want to do, right? If it matters to them. No matter what the cost or the consequences is. Right? Or they get what they really want to get, no matter the cost, no matter what the consequences is. And that right there is a habit. That right there is what we call drive, right? So why can't we have those same habits and drive to choose ourselves? Why can't we have those same habits and drives to choose each other? And yeah, I get it. Hey, KJ, I don't know what love is. I don't know what choosing myself is. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. I didn't know what it was neither. Had no clue what it was to choose yourself. What? What does that even look like? What does that even mean? It means that you are starting to understand. Hold on, guys. I gotta get my shears. Well. So yeah. Again, I had no idea what it was. And hey, check this out. I'm not perfect by a long shot, but I'm perfect in his image. Because God said, "You are me, and I am you." Right. So whether I know or not what it is, I trust God. Right. I'm gonna cut this right here because it's gonna form a new plant at that knuckle. Right. So y'all see that? That's a new strawberry plant. Where we gonna put it? Right up here somewhere. Right here, matter of fact. And we disturb some thyme and oregano and all that other stuff. Alright? It's just that simple. It is just that simple, guys. And we gonna leave this running. Why we gonna leave that running? Anybody know? I know I keep jumping back and forth, guys, but it's all the same shit. See that runner right there from the strawberry plant we just planted? Same with that end. Could clip it, but guess what it's gonna do? Grow us another plant. And guess what? These go all season, right? All season. But have you ever thought about that though? Choosing yourself. Stop looking to others to make you feel better. Stop looking for others to make you feel good. Because the choice is yours. The things you want to do in life is yours. You just got to choose it. You just got to want it. But a lot of us don't want it. We don't want to choose to want it. Why? Because it's easier if we can shift the blame to someone else if it doesn't work out. Look at that. Another strawberry plant. For the Frito. For the Frito. Not Frito, like the chips. For the free, though. Right? We're going to plant this. Oh, look, y'all. Y'all remember I told you I'd just be sticking plants everywhere. Right? Look. That's from a rattled out strawberry. So, strawberry bed did really well this season. Like, I am impressed. Cause let me tell you something. When I originally did this soil, I didn't think nothing about them strawberries doing well or anything like that. So didn't. I ain't paying no attention, no mind, no none of that. I'm just like, hey, I need some strawberries. It's just what it is. I need some strawberries. So I ain't think about making it pretty or nothing. I just wanted the soil to be loose enough so that my strawberries had room to grow, right? And I can also, if I wanted to, I can take them up and take them in the house. All I have to do is repot them, because sometimes down here we get a lot of cold weather, like stupid cold. We hear a lot of people when they come down here, they'll be like, I'm from up north. It get cold up there, but y'all weather here, y'all cold is nothing like ours. Yeah, because y'all get the snow. Y'all get the pounds and pounds and inches and feet of snow. But us down here, we get the chill. Like, it be cold as heck down here. I be like, good God almighty. It is freezing. Alright. It's crazy. Anyway, back to it, guys. So I'm over here at the strawberry bed, and what I'm doing is just basically grabbing the runners and replanting them. So we can actually just, we want more strawberries. So this one right here, we clipped it, put it in the ground, but we're gonna wait till this one grow up like these two, and then we're gonna put them out, right? But yeah, guys, gardening actually helped me start healing from manic depression. And a lot of it was the fact that I didn't want to deal with a lot of things. I didn't want to be accountable, not only for my actions, but for the things that I did have a choice to do in life, and I chose to do the opposite, right? I was being stupid. I know a lot of people don't like that word, but I'm gonna tell you something. My mama made sure I knew the difference in stupid and ignorant, right? Do any of you know the difference in stupid and ignorant? Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Well, if you don't, I'm gonna tell you exactly the way my mama told me. My mama said ignorance is when you do not know the context of things and you do something anyway, right? This is exactly how she told me. And stupid is to know the context of things. Meaning, if I know that I would go to jail for doing something stupid, let's just put it out there. No, I had spent my younger days doing stupid shit, right? But if I was to do something stupid, knowing that I would go to jail, knowing that there will be consequences, well, that's not ignorance. That's the choice to be stupid. And that's how she put it to me. Babe, blessed awakening queen. Right? So I chose to do something stupid. So that's the difference between being ignorant and being stupid, right? Ignorance is not knowing. Stupidity is knowing and doing it anyway. Right? So I say that to say a lot of people are being stupid, not ignorant. And I used to say, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. But the truth is, you do know where to start. You start with you. You wake up. You choose you. You start with you every day. Get your ass in that mirror. Every morning, get your ass in that mirror. Right? I had the pleasure of having my grandbaby home this summer. And Lord have mercy, first of all, she gave me a run for my money. She just had so much energy. But my grandbaby would not look herself in the mirror. And that shit made me cry. I ain't gonna lie. She wouldn't look at herself in the mirror. And it hurt. Because she's beautiful. She's smart. She's intelligent. She talked too fucking much. But that's not a bad thing. It is when you're trying to go to sleep. But it's not a bad thing. So this summer, we did some work. And before my grandbaby left here, every morning she would be in the mirror. Every day she'd be in the mirror. Grandpa, you're right. I am beautiful. I am smart. I said, Stinker, it's not that I'm right. It's that you're right. Because you made the choice to see it. To see your family go through hurt and to go through pain and to go through suffering. That shit hurts. But the crazy part is you can't do anything about it. Nothing. And the only way it can be fixed is if they choose them. If you choose you. You got to make the choice to want to see it. You got to make the choice to want to do it. Life gonna always life. Things are gonna always happen. That's gonna be your excuse every time. Oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that. Because this, because that. But guess what? It's a cycle. Life is a cycle. And it's gonna repeat itself. So there will always be things that happen. And let me tell you this, the more you grow, the more you heal, the more challenging things get. It's just like a fucking video game. Every level you pass, the boss at the end gets harder. Or the challenge at the end gets harder. But the difference is, the challenge begins when you hit that level. Right? The challenge begins. It's not at the end. The challenge is through the whole thing. The whole thing. So let's say, for instance, you set a short-term goal. And your short-term goal is to save $500 in your bank account. Okay. You accomplish that goal. Then what? Then you gonna quit? Or you gonna keep going? What you gonna choose to do? You gonna keep going or you gonna quit? The choice is yours. But with that same $500, God gonna tell you, hey, listen, make it another $500. And we're gonna put a down payment on a house, a RV, a trailer, or something. You wanna do storage units? Hey, we gonna put a down payment on it. We're gonna invest in you. And you say, well, I don't know. That seems hard. Seems like a lot to do. Well, Sugar Plum, Buttercup, it's always a lot to do. Always a lot to do. But are you going to make the choice to listen, or are you going to make the choice to find something wrong in that situation? Or tell God why they wrong, why he's wrong? Uh, that's crazy. Y'all, I have dreams about things like this. Before I even got up this morning, I seen myself up here in the strawberry bed talking to you all about life, about choices, about nature. Everything that I've talked about so far, I seen it in a dream before it happened. All right? I say that to say God makes no mistakes. No mistakes at all. No matter how much we think he does, he doesn't. He doesn't. You know, when I was younger. And this right here it's off subject, but it's on subject. And let me say this, cause and I say it like this because I come across a lot of teenagers, a lot of youngins, and even still some adults. When I was growing up, I made the choice to like women, to love women, before I even knew what it was. Right? Yes, I've had boyfriends. Yes, I've dated men, but that wasn't my thing. Right? But God makes no mistakes. Right? And I say, well, God didn't make you gay, but he did. God didn't make you want women, but he did. God made sure that I would know what it's like on both sides of the fence. God knew what I was going to be before I knew what I was going to be. He made sure I knew what it was like to be a woman. He made sure I knew what it was like to be a man. And still, to this day, I am just the same as he created me to be. And I accept that. Regardless of who don't accept that, I accept it because I choose to. And don't get me wrong, back in the day when I was growing up, I chose it and I accepted it then. But what I did not accept is that some people would like it, my choices, and some wouldn't. I didn't accept that. And truth be told, I don't think I ever gave a fuck because I've had family disown me for loving women. I still to this day, my daddy's side, some on my mama's side, don't talk to me. Ask me, do I give a fuck? No. Because at the end of the day, I have no room to judge. I have no room to make any type of anything. Because God said, vengeance is mine. Same thing with the situation with the neighbor I was telling y'all about. God said, vengeance is mine. So if I step in and I try to interfere and take things in my own hand, then I'm going to block my own blessings. So I make the choice to smile. I make the choice to not give that energy to anyone but God. All right? And I say that because back then it wasn't a secret, but it wasn't really accepted in the world to for same sex. Right? Now it's in cartoons, it's in video games, it's everywhere. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to make sure these kids and everything, they know they have a choice. Same thing with sex, guys. Whether you want your teenagers out here having sex, yeah, anything. How about you educate them? Because if you don't teach them, guess who is? YouTube. Guess who is? Facebook, Instagram, social media, the internet. So educate your kids and come from a place of understanding. And I say that even for people that are religious, you may not understand it and you may not accept it, but it's not for you. It's for them, right? God is their only judge. And to be honest, a lot of these kids, they do things for attention. They do things because they feel like they're not seen. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they're not heard. And even in, not just kids, even adults. Oh, these people ain't listening. They ain't doing this. They ain't doing that. But it's a choice. There's nothing that I have, and I get it. Let me say this as a disclaimer. I get it. Some parents feel like, hey, these kids shouldn't know that. They shouldn't be exposed to this, da da da. But baby, let me tell you something. As long as life is still going on, these kids will be exposed no matter how much you don't want them exposed. Meaning, my kids are not from the hood, but I am from the hood. And no matter how much I weave, because I don't do it alone, my wife is a ball of fucking strength that I've never seen other than on my mother. Oh, okay, take never back. My mother and my sister and my cousin. My sisters and my cousin. They have strength. I tell you, they the real super women. They the real Wonder Women. But they gonna be exposed to it. That strength, they gonna do it. They have strength that is unmatched, right? And so does these kids. It's a new way of life. And either you can educate these kids, your kids, or you can allow someone else to do it. It's the same thing with anything. If you're married, choose each other every day. If you don't, because if there's something that you lack in that marriage and y'all not willing to fight for it, guess what? He or you or she or you are going to run to someone else to find it. But y'all love each other, right? So educate your kids, man. Don't try to hide it from them. And pay attention to them. Don't wait to get that phone call from the school. I don't know why they helped. I don't know why Javion is up there acting up. He know I don't play that. Bullshit. Because outside of school hours, Javion is on the block trying to figure out how to pull up his pants or work a belt. Meanwhile, you chasing some dude or some woman, right? Pay attention to your kids. Don't let the internet raise your kids. Well, his daddy ain't in his life. Well, his mama ain't in his life, baby. It don't matter. Let me tell you why it don't matter. Because it takes a village. Yes, that kid will be without a parent or both parents. Me, currently, I'm without both parents. I'm an adult now. But growing up, I didn't have my father in my life. Only reason I knew my father, I call him a daddy. Only reason I knew him is because my sisters had the pleasure of living with him and him being a father to them. But my whole life he was locked up. And when I got in trouble in school, I knew my daddy. Even though he was locked up, he made a freaking way to make sure I understood not to get in trouble in school. Did I get in trouble in school still? Hell yeah, I did. Yes, I did. All the time. And a big thing for me is I don't know. I've never enjoyed being told what I can and cannot do. Because God said all things are possible through Christ who strengthened me. So if you tell me I can't do something, God said I can't. Right? So I do it. And the only other reason was because of my grandmother. My heart and soul. And if I'm being completely honest, that's when my depression took a really, really dark turn. And what's crazy is I thought I dealt with that. My grandmother used to tell me, baby, fuck what anybody else say. Because my grandmama was a cusser. Fuck what anybody else say. You be you, Kiosha. Right? When she found out I was gay, she said, I'm not going to stop loving you. I'm not going to stop being your grandmother. She said, you keep being you. So that's what I did. Unapologetically. Even still. Now, everything I do unapologetically. Sometimes I will apologize. That's crazy, y'all. Talking about my grandma just brought tears to my eyes. So, I guess I still got work to do. That's always been a hard subject to deal with. My grandmother. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when she passed, I was not with her, right? And I was always with my grandma's house. Always with my grandmother. Always. Every summer, every time I got in trouble, if I didn't want to be at home, my grandma would make sure somebody came to get me. And my grandmother was blind. Only grandmother I knew. I didn't know my mother's mother, but I did know my father's mother. And she made sure that I had everything I needed and wanted, right? But when my grandmother passed, she wasn't home. She was actually in Georgia, and she was put into a home. Broke my heart. Right, everybody on my father's side know how close me and my grandmother was. Right. Let me rephrase that. Me and my grandmother are, because we're still close. Even though she gone, we're still close. I talk to my grandma every day. But it took for my brother. Now, mind you, grandma had passed away 2-3 days before I got the phone call. Every significant death I've ever dealt with, I have gotten a phone call. Right? When my brother got murdered, my daddy left me a voicemail. He called me on the phone. Even though we weren't talking, my daddy called me. When my grandmother, which was my very, very first significant death, very, very first, it was my grandmother. That's when they took a turn. Anyways, my brother calls me. He said, what's up, baby girl? First of all, I'm jamming, listening to music. Mom let me have some company, So we chilling. And he said, "What's up, baby girl?" Well, my niece, she gives me the phone. She said, "Your brother on the phone. What's up, baby girl?" Mind you, I'm in the middle of changing the cassette tape, because that's what we had back then. We had cassette tapes, 8 tracks, right? Uh, he said, "What's up, baby girl?" I said, "What's up, bro?" He said, "What you doing?" I said, "Not shit, sitting here listening to music, playing around with these women." He laughed, he chuckled. He said, "You ain't heard?" He said, "I need you to turn down the music, because I need you to listen." Okay, I'm still thinking nothing of it. I'm thinking he just finna get one of them big brother speeches that him and my oldest brother that got murdered, they love to do, right? Uh, he said, "You ain't heard?" I said, "No, I ain't heard what? What's going on?" Again, I'm still thinking that, hey, it's just gonna be the same normal big brother speech, so I'm not really listening. But when he said grandma, every sense that I had was locked in, was focused. Mind you, grandma was the one who accepted me no matter what. No matter what. Grandma was the one that paid attention. Because at home, attention was there, but it wasn't there. And when it came to needing things and wanting things, my mama couldn't always afford it. However, she did always make a way for something, because if we didn't have food, bologna and syrup, or you had them King cereal, she always made sure we had milk and shit. Mind you, mama was a chef, so she always made a way. So I don't want to discredit that, but when he said grandma, I locked in. Every sensor in me went off. Like, I'm talking about like fireworks. Ever since in me, the hair on my back stood up, on my neck it stood up, like everything. So that right there let me know that something is wrong, my alert system. And he said, "Grandma passed away. Nobody told you, nobody called you." I ain't even finished the phone call. I don't know what the fuck happened after that. Just spiraled out. Blanked on my mama and everything. And that shit right there destroyed me. It did. I can't tell no lie. It's like my world was turned upside down. Right? Um and her funeral, ugh. At her funeral I could barely even be there. Because I'm still in disbelief. There's no way. No way. Mind you, before she passed away, I had just talked to her. It was weird because every time somebody passed away, I had just talked to them. Then right after my grandmother, my two best friends, well, a lot of you, if you know where I'm from, and a lot of you know what I'm talking about when I say this. My two best friends, well, really it was one of them, and his name was Larry. But his brother Maceo was also a good friend. But me and Larry and Lamont was best friends then, right? Then they passed away in a fire. Born on the same day, died on the same day, right? So that took a toll. At this time, teenage years, right? And at this time, dealing with that death, I had to go take care of my grandfather. Um, Let me rephrase. I didn't have to, but I chose to take care of my grandfather, and that actually kept me grounded. It did. Mind you, my whole life I had to grow up fast. I've always been the adult my whole life. It's not really much of a childhood I remember. And again, this is part of paying attention to your kids. So I don't want you to think I'm getting off subject. Even if I am, we will jump back, right? But that taught me a lot of things. Taught me a lot of things. Patience, understanding, overstanding, understanding. My grandfather, that man, he was my heart, guys, as well. Because not only was he my grandfather, I had the pleasure of getting to know him outside of just knowing that he my grandfather. And my grandfather had dementia. He had Alzheimer's. Seizures really bad. And the only people that was there, and let me please listen when I say this. Taking care of my grandfather, the only people that was there was my wife, was my mother, was my two sisters, Alicia and Annika. Mind you, all his kids live no more than 5-10 minutes away, except for one of them. He was really far away. And back then, I didn't really know my uncle like that. I knew him, I knew of him, but didn't really know him like that, right? But most of the time, it was just me, my grandfather, and my wife. Including, and when I say all his kids live 5 minutes away or more, no more than 10 minutes away, my mother was there. My mother, she was the same. My grandfather, no matter how much dementia or Alzheimer's he had, my grandfather would get up every morning, put on 12 layers of clothes, and he would walk to his daughter's house. Yes, he would. He would walk to Teresa Hamilton's house. Now, that was weird to me. Because here she is across town. This man has Alzheimer's. He has dementia. But yet he found his daughter's house. He remembered how to get to his daughter's house. Anybody know what it is? Anyways, the pleasure of taking care of him. I'm forever grateful for that. Because I got to see him. And it's crazy because every time I would see my grandfather as a child, in his child form, as a little boy, the little boy he once was, right? And I never understood, because I've been having these dreams and shit all my life. And I never understood, why do I keep seeing it? Him as a little boy, looking directly at him. He's an old ass man that I got to shave the gray hair and change his diaper and shit like that. That's how I'm thinking. So why do I keep seeing him as a little boy? Because he was my child too. He was my child too. All right. Mind you, my grandfather is the one that taught me about money, taught me about hard work. And it's crazy because it was only one day that I can really remember where he taught me everything. But anyways, that taught me a lot. Taught me care, taught me patience, taught me unconditional love, right? And no matter what happened, my grandfather would wake up every morning and he would smile. He would fuss. Shit, baba. Oh, baba. Shit. The man was, even though he had these American diseases, he was there. And it sucks because his kids didn't get a chance to know that their father was, let me rephrase that, because they had the chance. They didn't make the choice to understand that their father was still there. Nobody but my mother, right? But I say all that to say, pay attention to your kids, guys. Because if they acting out, there's a reason. If they being rebellious, there's a reason. If they running away, there's a reason. If they don't have good grades in school, there's a reason. Whether or not you feel like, hey, because I used to say all the time, man, I ain't raised my kids in the fucking ghetto. I don't know why they so ghetto. Life is about choices. And it's not that they ghetto, it's just that apparently they know where their parents come from, right? Even if we did not tell them, because we didn't tell our kids until they got older, right? So pay attention. These kids, they are struggling. Yeah, technology is good, but what about sitting at home playing Monopoly, playing Sorry? What's up, bud? You don't rush me. Don't rush me. Go on over there and sit down somewhere. I'm coming. I'm not. Nope. Nope. You say hey. You say hey to them. Oh, now you want to walk away. He's so rude. But yeah, guys, I say that because pay attention. Pay attention. There's a reason these things are happening. And you can't expect something from your kids or somebody else that you're not willing to give yourself or do yourself. What's up, little mama? What's going on? Oh, look at this little chihuahua, y'all. Oh, she wants you to pet her. All right, come here. I ain't chasing you. You better come here. All right. What's up, girl? What's up, girl? Your fur wet. I ain't gonna do too much petting you. Ugh. I gotta wash my hands. Anyways, I don't know how long I've had y'all up here. But I needed to share that. Choices and paying attention to your kids. Alright? Some people say, well, that's easier said than done. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. No matter how much you pay attention, them kids going to do what the fuck they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it, right? But if you spend more time with them, playing with them, reading with them, learning with them. With my kids, when it comes to learning, oh, baby, we learning every day. They think daddy got all the answers, but daddy don't. But you know what I do? Hey, let's research it together. You know, let's do it together. Let's play Monopoly. Let's play Sorry. Let's play Uno. Because time is something you will not get back. Time is going to continue to move forward. Hold on, guys. I buried that. And it ain't supposed to be buried. Only the sound's supposed to be buried. Yeah, but time is something you will not get back. Even though it's a cycle, you won't get it back, baby. I can promise you that. Got to keep going. Got to keep pushing. Got to keep thriving. A lot of these kids are really just calling out for help. See, back then, I didn't have the support groups and stuff, but I do have for those of you that don't know, I volunteer, do a lot of volunteer work, and we do have support groups and stuff for kids that are going through things, men, women. We have them because life gets hard, and sometimes the people, our everyday people, we don't talk to, right? Um, there's another reason or another thing as to how I came up with Inside Out, right? So we do a lot of support groups and a lot of supporting, and again, back then I had family, but outside of family, to talk to someone about the feelings that I'm feeling or the things I'm feeling and the things that's going on, we didn't have it. I had the recreation center, which is how I met my adopted mom, Kim, right? But they closed that down. And mind you, for a lot of us kids, that was our peace, that was our home. And when they closed it down, we had nothing left but the streets. Mind you, they had already took our parks, except for one that was way, way down the street. And Mama wouldn't always let you go down there, especially if that had been some shit going on. You better go home and find your owner, lady. Get off me. No, I'm not petting you. You wet. No, go on about your business. What I just tell you? So whether they fighting being gay, whether they fighting being fighting with other kids, a lot of the kids being bullied and everything, and we're not paying attention to the signs, right? So pay attention to your kids. Pay attention to yourself, because a lot of the things we want to give our kids and we want to give each other, but we don't know how because we've never seen it, right? Or we haven't experienced it. But let me tell you something. God has given us all the same thing. It may be different, but it's the same thing, right? For me, I write poetry, guys. For a lot of you, if you don't know, I write poetry. And I began writing poetry. I said start. I began writing poetry, when I was younger, right? Because that was my outlet. I'm just checking to see if we got any more runners. We love those things. We love runners. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I began writing poetry because that was my outlet. I didn't know what I was writing, just write down my feelings, right? But that poetry became a part of me. Being able to express myself in a way that was unapologetic. I could be as raw as I wanted to. And I did. For a very, very long time. And still to this day. I write something, I don't apologize for it. I do something, I don't apologize for it. Because one thing I'm going to do what's right because it's the right thing to do. Not because you told me to, not because nobody's watching, none of that. It's because I live by a code. I have moral values, And again, back then, paying attention, it wasn't, only person that really paid attention was my grandmother and my sister, Alicia, right? Them the only ones that really did pay attention. And my cousin. God, it was hard raising them women. But even still, they had their own shit going on, their own kids. So they didn't pay that much attention because there was a lot of shit going on. A lot of stuff going on. So I was able to do a lot. right? But everything, and as I said this, everything happened just as it should. Everything happened for a reason. Um, Everything happened the way it was supposed to, right? Even on down to me being molested, even on down to me being raped. And no, for you assholes who say, oh, that's why she gay. No, that's not why I'm gay. I've dated plenty of boys, dated plenty of men. It's just not my thing. Most of them end up being my bitches. And I say that unapologetically. Right? Yes, I was raped on several occasions. I was molested every day from the time I was 9 to 13. And coming up in the 90s, back then, yes, Queen. Back then, what is facing your accuser? What is facing your fears? Right? I didn't have a fear then. The only fear I had was losing grandma, losing mama. But then back then I grew up in a family that protect the predators versus protecting the child. They protect the predator first. My mother then, she didn't. I ain't gonna say she didn't know, because I don't know if she did know. But I know when I told her, I knew she believed me. But she still chose him until some shit went down with them, right? So pay attention to your kids. If something's going on, something happening, it's for a reason. Sit down, have a normal conversation. Because at the end of the day, we are all human. We are all the same. We are all the same. Our circumstances and situations may be different, but it's all the same. And yes, I had to overcome that. You say, oh, is that why you was depressed? No, not just that, baby. Not just that. But I made the choice. Like I said this on another live. I found out he passed away. I really didn't give a fuck, but at the same time I did. And I had to ask God. My bad, y'all. I had to ask God to send his soul to heaven and make him a servant. Because down here, in this realm, in this reality, on this earth, he was a predator. He was a monster. Both of them men. But give him a choice. Send his soul to heaven. Take his soul and make him a servant, even if he don't want to. And people say, well, I don't know if I could have done that. Well, that's the difference between you and me. And we're not. Yeah, that's the difference between you and me. Because you have to search for your strength. Mine is already within. I was created with it. I was born with it. And I seen it like this. If he go to hell, how will he learn? When will he learn? What will he learn? Other than to keep destroying. Right? Because he didn't serve his purpose or fulfill his fulfillment. Where is the lesson in that? How would he know? And I'm sure that he did know that it was not okay for him to be fucking with kids, right? I'm sure he knew that. But again, he was stupid enough to choose to do it anyway. Not ignorant, but stupid. So yeah, for me, no. I don't want, I didn't want, what the heck is that? I didn't want Satan getting a hold of him. No, baby. No, no, no. Hey, babe, we got some weird ass flowers coming up. They don't look like mushrooms. But they are coming up through the mulch. And it could be, something that we dropped. It kind of looked, well, this one looked like a mushroom. The other one kind of looked like a, lettuce head. Stem. But anyways, guys. Yeah, what did we learn? So, yeah, God, take them and teach them. I don't want them to suffer. I don't. That's what I thought. The rain was coming in. That's why I jumped on here. I ain't going to class today because I got to work. So, I figured I'd get up here and we can go around and check everything because these storms in. All right, can you put me some coffee on, please? Yes. Give me the key so I can start the car. Move, boy. Get your ass down. Give me a cup, please. Wait on water, though. You ready? You ready? Hey, get away from me. You know what this is. My wife and kids, they love to feed the dog. That ain't ours. So be clear, that is not my dog. But we love him. We love him. Anyways, again, guys, it's yeah, I had to make the choice. I feel like if I'd have prayed or asked for God to send him into eternal hell, right? Eternal damnation, that would have blocked my blessings. And there was no lesson for him to learn. There was only room for him to continue to feed the darkness in him. And for me, that's unacceptable. Now, where there's light, there will always be darkness, right? But I choose light. I don't choose darkness. There's no way, no how darkness can ever live in me again. Then, yeah, it was a dark time. And even during those dark times and going back to those, accessing those memories, rainwater, even accessing bro, you are not starving like that. Even accessing those memories, guys, I still do not possess the mind set or skill set to do any harm or wish bad on anyone. It's not in me. Because it does not serve a purpose. Because God already said, where there's light, there's darkness. Where there's good, there's evil. So I already know it's there. Oh, shit. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This one is way older than the one on the other side, right? So, that darkness is not for me. But I wanted to share that with y'all. Because we get on here and we talk about everything, our passions and everything, but I wanted to share a part of myself that I don't share often, right? I don't share it unless it comes up, right? But I am look, oh good goodness, that's a marigold flower. Look at that. Look at that. That one is older. The other one on the other side that I just showed you is older than this one, but this one bloomed first. So which one is wiser? Just because you older don't make you wiser. It don't make you smarter than the next, right? That's why we keep evolving. That's why life keeps lifing. That's why things keep going. But anyways, yeah, guys, it don't serve a purpose to be mean, to be negative, to wish bad, to none of that shit, right? It doesn't. And it's not in me. I don't possess the ability. Now, don't get me wrong. To destroy, I can do. To defend, I can do. Oh, look, guys. Look. The bees have been getting, more and more non-existent, right? Oh, goodness, it's pollinating. Oh, man, y'all don't understand what pollination is. Some of you do, but a lot of you don't. That's a good sign. That's a great sign. An amazing sign. For my flowers. If the bees are pollinating, we still got a fucking season. You hear me? Look, this overgrown mess. Look. She gonna trip out when she see this plant. Look at this. She ain't been over here because it's rain. My wife do not play mosquitoes. All right. Let me get that little succulent. Let me get that. Appreciate you. Boom. Uh-oh. Yep. Whole thing. Let me get it. You see that? See what I just did? Don't do that because you'll open your plants up for diseases. I'm going to put you down in my pocket for a second. Alright? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's why I say when you pinch it off, make sure it's a clean cut. Or a clean pinch. Don't pinch it off like that to where you open up the skin. Alright? Get up in there. We'll stick you down in there. And do what you do. Either you grow or you don't. Alright? But, back to, I apologize. No, I don't. Because that means I got a season. Let me be clear. That means my season is still here, even though fall is coming early. Right? So, I don't apologize for that. But I did, again, I wanted to get up here and, it's wild. Because I told you, I seen me talking to you all. But what I did not see is that I would share that information with you guys. I didn't see that. God definitely works in mysterious ways, right? And I'm just his humble servant. Right. But anyways, look guys. We still got a season. Those the cantaloupes. The cantaloupes, the golden melons. Look. There's ladybugs out here. Something ate up my plant and the ladybug ate it. Haha. See, that's karma. Instant. Instant karma. But I'm gonna step on the other side of this curtain because I don't do ladybugs. They bite. And then fuck you, everybody that say ladybugs don't bite. Bullshit. Bullshit. They fucking bite. Look. Worm. They bite. I don't care what you say. They fucking bite. Them things are fucking scary. You kiss my ass if you think they ain't. Alright. Supposed to rain. Supposed to rain here in a few. Right. But yeah, them fucking ladybugs bite. Everybody talk about the other bugs and shit, but them ladybugs are fucking. Y'all say they beautiful. They scary. They scary to me. That's my opinion. That's how I feel, and you're not gonna change it. Me and ladybugs have had a thing since I was younger. And if you need to know what it was, if you absolutely need to know what it was, a fucking ladybug crawled on me, and I feel like it bit me, and I broke out in fucking hives. That's what happened. Really, really bad hives, and had to go to the emergency room. Right? A lot of stuff I'm allergic to. Another story, another day. And a lot of you say, well, what you putting in your body? A lot better stuff than now than I was when I was a kid, I tell you that. No matter how much I detox, no matter how much I deworm, I'm coming to the realization that my allergies and the things I'm allergic to is an alert system. If it's not real, you can best believe I'm gonna have a reaction out of it, right? I ain't talking about a minor reaction, right? And I say that because that's what happens. My wife brought home a seedless watermelon. Yes, she knows better. However, she did it anyway. I guess she didn't feel like getting all the seeds out. But anyways, she brought home a seedless watermelon. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Get this pine needle. You see that?